a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I have a teenage daughter,
Mm.
um, and he has developed some problems. Originally, he used to have what pastels,
Mm-hmm.
and they were treated.
Okay.
And now he has gone to a boarding school, and I have noticed that on the outer area of her vagina, he has some pimples.
Mm-hmm.
They have tried the time. She was given cotrimazole. She was also given some drugs. But they keep recurring. She has these big pimples, sometimes almost five, some quite on the ribs, others on the external area. And this is quite worrying. I'm wondering what is the problem.
Mm.
She has used some creams. She has used, she's careful. I've told her how to be careful, but they keep recurring. They go away after some time. She come back, she has one. She has this, she has this. What can I do? What is the problem? What are causing these pimples? I know she's not sexually active. I know that.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, what is it?
Do you have a question maybe before you let her go? Or is it okay with her, the
She talked about
symptoms?
pimples that
Pimples.
happen there.
Mm.
Again, I do know that when a lot of women talk about the vagina, they're not talking about the tube that you see on the screen. They're talking about the outside part, you know, on the lips or the entrance. And we've seen this, I've seen with women who shave very closely. They could use the creams, depilatory creams. As Africans, we have kinky hard hair. Now, what sometimes happens if you use a very close shave, very close, is that the hair is cut very, very short. When it begins to grow, it will kink and grow in the skin, forming an irritant. Hair is supposed to grow out. Women would have seen men who get what we call razor burns, and they get like pimples all over here. Almost the same thing. And so sometimes in those who use shavers, like razors, or the creams which you use to totally, you know, or they wax it off, when the hair begins to grow, in what is called the hair root or follicle, it begins to kink inside, forming an irritation, and a pimple ensues. It can get infected. And so from time to time, you'll find women who'll say after shaving, a week after shaving, there are pimples there. Well, the issue is not to shave, but to shave in such a way that you leave a bit of a stubble. So the hair is a little bit outside the skin. So you could use one of the commercial shavers, the ones that men use for their hair, you know, or for their beards, that leaves a bit of a stubble, very short hair, so that you're not shaving it too close to the skin, such that it begins to grow inside. That's one cause of that.
Okay, and Dr. Maureen, I'll ask you a question. Is it okay to shave, and why, especially after shaving, do most women have this kind of infection, let's say yeast infection or even UTI? What exactly happens?
Okay, I'm not sure whether the yeast infection is because of the actual shaving. It would actually be because of something else. For me, in terms of how you'd like to keep what we call the perineum, that area is called the perineum, and that's like, or the vulva, that's the outside part, is really personal. Some people like to have their hair, and I think they're well within their rights to do so. It's not for me to choose for somebody what they want to do. So if her and her partner are of the school of thought that they want to be natural and they want to have their hair, it's okay, and there's nothing wrong with it, and they shouldn't be ashamed about it. However, I think it is fashionable. We have all sorts of waxes from bikini, Brazilian, and all that.
Chinese.
Oh, I don't know about the Chinese
their
one,
hair.
but we'll see it.
Their hair.
What's the difference between a Brazilian and a Chinese wax? But I think that's not for today's topic.
Okay, but it's just okay to go ahead and shave?
No, it's something that's personal, and I think everybody should do what's comfortable for them. I think on shaving, we don't have don't shave, do shave. What's comfortable for you as an individual, please go ahead and do it. But like what Dr. Wasuna was talking about is very true. And that's what I would have asked, that is her daughter shaving? If she's not shaving, and again, it will come a week after, and again also around the time of the periods, that's when these problems tend to crop up. But if it's not because of something like that, again, like always, I'll say, please, can she just have a gynae look at it when the actual pimple is there? It could be anything. It could be something like herpes, but herpes is painful. Unlike, I mean, they'll both be painful, even though, because that's folliculitis, because it's the hair follicle that gets infected. We call it folliculitis, and will form that pimple-like structure on the outside part of the
Yeah.
of the labia.